Do you want to find a woman with whom it is easy to build a real relationship? That's what we're going to explore today. Pay attention, because we are not talking about easy women in the superficial sense, but rather those with whom it is possible to have a light relationship, without unnecessary complications and full of partnership. But before you start, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. This is your chance to learn what no one told you, so take advantage. Let's get straight to the point so you understand how to identify and connect with the types of women who are truly worth it. Number 1. Women who value simplicity. How to win them over. These are women who do not live for status or ostentation. They are not interested in the car you drive, the size of your bank account, or the designer clothes you wear. Their focus is on the little things. A gesture of affection, a sincere conversation, and quality time together. To win over a woman like this, you need to get rid of the need to impress with material things and focus on showing who you really are. And therein lies the biggest challenge for many men: being genuine. Stop spending money trying to impress people who don't even pay attention to you and start investing in your authenticity. Women who value simplicity know how to differentiate someone who is true from an imposter. If you're the type of man who lives by appearances, there's no point trying. They have an almost magical ability to see through masks. Be honest, have strong values, and show that you are someone she can count on. This will not only make you stand out, but it will create a connection that few men can achieve. Number 2. The power of good humor in uncomplicated relationships. Don't underestimate the power of making a woman laugh. Good humor is a powerful weapon in seduction, and those who know how to use it are always one step ahead. But don't confuse this with being a clown. The humor that works is the one that demonstrates intelligence, lightness, and confidence. Women who value good humor are looking for someone who knows how to deal with life in a relaxed way, without creating storms in a teapot. Now, I'm going to be blunt. If you're the kind of guy who complains about everything, makes a fuss about anything, or is always in a bad mood, don't expect these women to want to be around you. No one wants to carry the weight of a negative man who only brings problems. Work on your attitude. Learn to laugh at yourself. Find the positive side in situations and take life easier. This not only attracts amazing women, but also transforms the way you live. Number 3. Why women with balanced self-esteem are less dramatic. Here's a secret that no one tells you. Women with good self-esteem don't have time for emotional games. They don't create unnecessary scenarios or make dramas over small things, because they are sure of who they are and what they want. They know how to value themselves and, therefore, choose relationships that add value to their lives. If you want to be with a woman like this, you need to be the kind of man who respects and admires that security. Unfortunately, many guys feel intimidated by confident women and end up sabotaging relationships out of insecurity. Don't be that guy. Treat this confidence as something inspiring and show that you measure up to it. And, above all, work on your own self-esteem. An insecure man will never be able to sustain a relationship with a woman who is clear about her own worth. Number 4. Practical personality. Women who seek solutions and not problems. Some women have an enviable ability to deal with problems in a practical and objective way. They don't waste time with endless arguments or useless blame. Instead, they prefer to focus on what can be done to resolve situations. And you want to know? These are the easiest women to date because they don't add complications to your life. They help simplify it. But be careful. To be with a practical woman, you also need to be a man who acts. It's no use just talking and promising. You need to deliver results. They have no patience for excuses or for those who keep pushing problems with their tummy. Be responsible, proactive, and show that you are capable of facing adversity alongside her. This creates respect, admiration, and an unbreakable partnership. Number 5. Emotional independence. The secret of a light relationship. Women who have emotional independence are a true treasure. They don't expect you to be the solution to all their problems, nor do they put their entire happiness in your hands. They know that happiness is something that comes from within, and this takes a huge burden off the relationship. But here's the thing, you also need to be emotionally independent. Don't expect her to solve all your problems or to carry the weight of your insecurities. Healthy relationships happen when two complete people come together, not when one tries to complete the other. Work on yourself, your ability to deal with your own emotions, and your independence as a man. This not only attracts women with this profile, but also creates a relationship where both partners support each other without toxic dependencies. Number 6. How to recognize women who prefer dialogues to discussions. Last but not least are the women who know the importance of good dialogue. They don't raise their voices for nothing, they don't explode over anything, and Above all, they know how to listen. This does not mean that they accept everything silently, but rather that they prefer to resolve things with maturity and respect. If you want to be with a woman like that, you need to learn how to communicate. And that involves really listening without interrupting or trying to win an argument. Often, the problem with men is not what they say, but how they say it. Be clear, direct, and respectful. Show that you value her opinion and that you are willing to find solutions together. This is the basis for a relationship that really works and that won't drive you crazy with endless fights. Number 7. Loyal partners. Those who prioritize stability and complicity. A loyal partner is the dream of any man looking for a solid relationship. But let's be honest. It's not that simple to find someone like that, especially in a world where many people are more concerned with their own interests than with building something meaningful. A loyal woman values stability and complicity in a relationship. She is by your side not only in good times, but also in difficult times. This means you can truly trust her without having to be paranoid about what she's doing when she's not with you. But to attract a loyal partner, you need to be a man worthy of that loyalty. There's no point wanting stability and complicity if you yourself are unstable or live on lies. Women who prioritize loyalty are extremely intolerant of betrayal and dishonest attitudes. So, if you're not willing to be transparent, don't even start something with someone like that because you'll just waste her time and hurt her in the process. Loyalty is a two-way street. If you expect her to be by your side at all times, be by her side with the same intensity. Number 8. Women who know what they want. What this means for smooth dating. A woman who knows what she wants is like a lighthouse in the midst of a storm. She has no doubts about what she is looking for in a relationship, which eliminates much of the uncertainty that usually gets in the way. Unlike those who keep changing their minds or waiting for you to guess their desires, these women are clear and objective. They tell you what they expect, where they want to go, and most importantly, they are willing to work together with you to build something solid. But if you don't know what you want, this type of woman can be a problem. They have no patience for indecisive people or for men who keep putting off important decisions. If you want to be with someone like that, you need to be on the same level of clarity. Understand your own priorities and be ready to make commitments. They don't want to waste time with games or excuses, so if you're not prepared to follow their determination, it's best not to try. Having a relationship with a woman who knows what she wants is a privilege, but also a responsibility. Number 9. The importance of emotional intelligence in uncomplicated relationships. Emotional intelligence isn't just a fancy term you read in self-help books. It's an essential skill for any relationship that has a chance of working. A woman with emotional intelligence knows how to deal with her own feelings and how to interpret yours. She doesn't react impulsively, she doesn't explode into meaningless fights, and, most importantly, she knows when it's time to listen and when it's time to talk. This creates an atmosphere of calm and understanding, which is the opposite of toxic, drama-filled relationships. However, it is crucial that you also develop your emotional intelligence. There's no point in being with a woman who keeps a cool head if you're the type of guy who loses his temper over anything or who can't communicate effectively. Working on this skill in yourself is one of the biggest investments you can make, not only for your relationships, but for your life as a whole. An emotionally intelligent woman can transform your vision of what dating should be like, but this will only be possible if you are willing to grow with her. Number 10. Why women who avoid emotional games are ideal for dating. Nothing wears a man down more than dealing with emotional games. You've been through this. Messages that go unanswered for hours or days, manipulations disguised as affection, implicit demands that you didn't even know existed. That's not healthy, and it's definitely not the kind of relationship you deserve. Women who avoid this type of behavior are rare but extremely valuable. They are direct, honest, and prefer to resolve things through conversation, without creating unnecessary intrigue. To be with a woman like this, you need to show maturity. Emotional games only work with those who are also playing, so if you demonstrate seriousness and clarity from the beginning, these women will realize that you are different. And more, stop paying attention to those who are clearly misleading you. Value your time and energy. A woman who doesn't have time for games is someone who is interested in building something real, and that's the kind of person who deserves your attention and effort. Number 11. Characteristics of women who balance personal and love life. A woman who knows how to balance her personal life with her love life is a true gem. She understands that a relationship shouldn't take all of your energy, nor should it be the only important thing in your life. These women know how to maintain their hobbies, friendships, and personal goals while still dedicating themselves to the relationship. This not only makes dating easier, but also makes dating more interesting and inspiring. But don't think you can just sit back while she does all the work. Balancing personal and love life is a skill that you also need to develop. Be a partner who encourages her dreams, who supports her achievements, and who also maintains her own interests and passions. This balance creates a space where both can grow as individuals and as a couple, without one having to give up who they really are. Relationships like this are rare, but absolutely possible if both are on the same wavelength. Number 12. True connections. How to identify an easygoing woman. True connections are rare, but they are worth the effort. An easygoing woman is one who doesn't complicate what may be simple, who prefers honesty over emotional games, and who understands that a relationship is a partnership, not a competition. She will treat you with respect, listen to you when you need to vent, and will expect the same from you. These women have a practical and mature approach to love, which makes living together pleasurable and enriching. To identify a woman like this, pay attention to the signs. How does she react to everyday problems? Does she know how to deal with frustrations without causing unnecessary drama? Does she show empathy and genuine interest in you? These are clues that you are in front of someone who is worth it. But remember, true connections only happen when you are also willing to be authentic. Show who you really are without fear of judgment. Women who seek true connections are not after perfection, but sincerity. Let's continue with the video, but first, if you've made it this far, my love, comment below with the word 100% or something similar to let them know, to confirm that you've learned from the video so far. For more interesting topics, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it later. Women who are ideal partners for easy relationships. Number 1. How to identify women who seek true companionship. Look, let's get straight to the point. Many of you are tired of falling into the same trap. You meet women who seem incredible at first, but over time, everything becomes a game of manipulation, drama, and lack of reciprocity. The main issue here is that most of you don't know how to identify women who are really looking for true companionship. You are so blinded by appearance or by the idea of finally having a partner that you ignore the obvious signs that that person is not interested in building something solid. So what do you need to look for? First, look for signs of consistency. A woman who really wants a relationship isn't going to make you chase her like a puppy. She will show interest with actions, not just pretty words. Think about it. Is she willing to listen when you talk? Or is she just waiting for her turn to talk about herself? Women who seek true companionship make you feel valued. It's not about flattery or submission, but rather about creating a space where you both feel safe and respected. But be careful, this doesn't mean you should accept anything. If she shows signs of selfishness, like only coming to you when she needs something, or if she makes you feel like a burden for expressing your own needs, then it's clear she doesn't want a partner. She wants a doormat. Stop ignoring these signs and start valuing what you really need in a relationship. Partnership, reciprocity, and respect. Number 2. Attraction to simplicity. Characteristics of uncomplicated partners. Man, listen carefully. Simplicity does not mean a lack of personality, but rather an absence of unnecessary complications. An uncomplicated woman is one who understands that life is difficult enough without needing to add problems for no reason. And don't confuse simplicity with a lack of emotion. These women can be intense, passionate, and full of life, but the difference is that they know how to prioritize what matters. They won't constantly test you, they won't turn small disagreements into epic wars, and most of all, they won't make you feel like every day is a battle to please them. So how to recognize these women? They know what they want and they make it clear. They don't play that dirty game of giving mixed signals just to make you anxious. If she likes you, she shows it. If she doesn't like it, she doesn't stall. Another characteristic of an uncomplicated woman is the ability to deal with problems rationally. When something goes wrong, she doesn't panic or try to blame everything on you. She prefers to sit down and resolve it like an adult. But be careful, you also need to match. An uncomplicated woman will not tolerate drama or childishness on your part. If you want a partner like this, be a worthy man. Number 3. Why confident women are the best to date. Pay close attention here because this point can completely change your perspective. Women who are confident in themselves are, without a shadow of a doubt, the best for a relationship. Why? Because they don't need constant validation. They don't live to prove something to others or to themselves through you. These women know who they are, what they want, and they're not afraid to be honest about it. They are confident without being arrogant, independent without disrespecting you, and, most importantly, they don't let insecurity rule the relationship. But you need to understand that this type of woman will not accept less than she deserves. If you are used to using excuses to justify your mediocre behavior, don't waste time. Secure women value men who also have security and purpose. They don't need someone perfect, but rather someone who is willing to grow with them. Another important point: they don't make you pay for their insecurities. While many women project their fears and frustrations onto their partners, they deal with their own problems in a mature and responsible way. Want something better than that? So stop wasting time with women who only drain your energy and look for those who add up. Number 4. Light relationships. The importance of flexible personalities. A light relationship does not mean a lack of commitment or seriousness. It means, above all, being with someone who doesn't turn every little problem into a crisis. Women with flexible personalities have an incredible ability to adapt to situations without creating unnecessary conflicts or making impossible demands. They understand that a relationship is a partnership between two different people with their own stories, flaws, and quirks. And instead of trying to change you every moment, they prefer to find ways to make differences work in the couple's favor. However, this does not mean that they accept anything. Flexible women know when it's time to give in and when it's time to set limits. They are balanced and can deal with unexpected situations in a mature and calm way. But here's the kicker: you also need to be flexible. If you're the type that explodes over anything or thinks that everything has to be your way, forget it. Having a relationship with a woman like this requires that you are also willing to give up certain things for the good of the couple. So before you demand flexibility from someone, ask yourself if you're willing to be as easy a partner as you expect them to be. Number 5. The role of emotional maturity in harmonious partnerships. If there's one thing that destroys relationships faster than any other, it's a lack of emotional maturity. And, unfortunately, this is not something that appears right away. Often, you only realize that the person is emotionally immature when you are already deeply involved and the consequences begin to appear. Emotionally mature women are those who know how to deal with their own emotions without letting them take over everything. They understand that feelings are important, but that they cannot be the only basis of a relationship. They can talk about how they feel without attacking or blaming you. They know that you are human too, with your own limits, and they don't make unrealistic demands. But be careful. Emotional maturity is not synonymous with coldness. These women feel intensely, but they manage to express it in a way that builds, not destroys. And now comes the hard part: you also need to be emotionally mature. There's no point in wanting a woman who knows how to deal with her own emotions if you can't deal with yours. Work on yourself. Learn to listen without interrupting, to speak without accusing, and you will see how your love life can transform. Number 6. Women who prioritize respect and reciprocity. How to attract them. Respect and reciprocity are not just nice words. They are the pillars of any healthy relationship. A woman who values these things is a true treasure, because she understands that love is not just about receiving, but also about giving. She makes you feel heard, respected, and valued, and she expects the same in return. But to attract a woman like this, you need to stop investing in those who have nothing like that to offer. If you continue to insist on women who only use you as an emotional or financial spare tire, don't expect to find reciprocity. Women who prioritize respect don't have time for games or manipulations. They look for men who know what they want and who are willing to build something together. So, do yourself a favor. Learn to identify these women and stop wasting your time with those who only suck you in. When you find a partner who truly values respect and reciprocity, you will see how easy and rewarding it is to be in a relationship where you both give your best. Number 7. How open communication facilitates understanding in dating. Relationships with women who value open communication are like a well-paved road without potholes or unnecessary obstacles. But you, man, need to understand that communication is not just talking. It is also listening, and that without thinking about the answer while it is still in the middle of the sentence. An ideal partner is one who is not afraid to express what she feels, to say what bothers her, or to praise you when you deserve it. But be careful, this works both ways. If you're the type who holds everything in, who prefers silent drama, or who thinks she should guess what's going on in your head, you're sabotaging yourself. Learn that open communication solves problems before they even become crises. These women know that hiding resentment is like planting seeds of discord. Eventually, everything sprouts and becomes an insurmountable jungle. If you found someone like this, value it, but also contribute to the balance. Be clear, objective, and honest. A man who communicates with sincerity and respect gains space in the mind and heart of a woman who is worth it. Number 8. Authentic women. What makes the relationship more natural? Authentic women don't wear masks or shape themselves to please you or society. And that's where the magic of being with someone true lies. They are not afraid to show who they really are, with their qualities and defects. The problem is that many men, unfortunately, still fall into the illusion of seeking perfection. Listen carefully. Perfection does not exist. Authentic women are imperfect just like you, but they have the courage to admit it. When you get involved with someone authentic, the games and manipulations simply disappear. You don't have to guess what she thinks because she already said it. There is no need to be suspicious because she lives according to what she preaches. But this also requires a level of maturity from you. If you don't know how to handle the truth or think her authenticity is crass, maybe the problem isn't her. It's you. Grow up. Natural relationships ask you to let go of toxic patterns and accept that true value lies in the simplicity of being who we truly are. Number 9. Characteristics of women who know how to balance love and freedom. Love and freedom are not enemies. In fact, they are two sides of the same coin in a healthy relationship. Women who understand this do not suffocate or allow themselves to be suffocated. And if you don't realize how rare and precious this is, you're off to a bad start. Having a relationship with someone who knows how to balance these two aspects is like breathing fresh air in a world where many live in suffocating and controlling relationships. But be careful. Freedom does not mean lack of commitment, just as love does not mean possession. Mature women balance this masterfully, giving you space to grow while they also grow alongside you. However, freedom only works when there is trust. If you are the jealous, insecure type who wants to control her every step, you will ruin everything. Balance is only possible when both parties understand that love is wanting the good of the other, without unnecessary strings attached. Number 10. The beauty of a relationship without excessive demands. Have you ever stopped to think about how much time and energy is wasted on unnecessary charges? Women who don't have this toxic habit are like an oasis in the desert. They don't need daily proof of love or promises that are impossible to keep. They know that a relationship is made up of genuine moments and actions, not impositions and unrealistic expectations. But be careful. These women expect reciprocity. They won't stay with someone who only knows how to receive and never gives anything in return. If you want a light relationship, you have to learn to value simple things and stop expecting recognition for your every gesture. Relationships without excessive demands require both parties to trust the process and do their best without expecting immediate rewards. Number 11. Open-minded women. Why they make life easier. An open mind is one of the most attractive traits in a woman. This does not mean that she accepts everything without criteria, but that she is willing to see the world from different perspectives. Being with someone like this can transform your outlook on life, from small things, like trying new hobbies, to big issues, like reviewing your values and beliefs. These women are not afraid of the new and know that a relationship does not need to follow traditional scripts to be happy. However, being open-minded is not synonymous with tolerating everything. They are selective and know how to set limits when something goes against their principles. If you are rigid, controlling, or closed to change, don't even try because you will lose. But if you have an open mind to learn, grow, and reinvent yourself, alongside a woman like this, your life will never be monotonous. Number 12. Calm partners. What to learn from them to build a happy relationship. Calm women are a true treasure, but don't confuse tranquility with passivity. They are not apathetic or indifferent. They just know that fighting over anything is a waste of time. Learning from them means understanding that peace is not the absence of problems, but the way you deal with them. Being with someone who is calm requires that you also be a calm, trusting presence. If you bring chaos, drama, or impulsive attitudes, you will scare away a woman like that in no time. Happy relationships with these partners depend on harmony, mutual respect, and patience. And never forget, tranquility does not mean a lack of intensity. They know how to love deeply, but they prefer to invest this energy in meaningful moments, not in unnecessary conflicts. If you want to build something solid and lasting, learn to value the peace they bring.